Hey guys, this is Chris Hereford out in Scottsdale, Arizona. I want to welcome everybody to tonight's call. It's a clinical call with Jennifer Sanneman, who's out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we're excited to have you on the call tonight to learn about everything Jeunesse skincare, get a lot of questions answered, as well as just learn about how to approach different people in your skincare industry. But I want to bring on a good friend of mine, Mike Berta, who brought Jennifer into the business, into Jeunesse, and have her give her proper intro, and then she'll take the call away. So, Mike, are you there?
I am, Chris. Can you hear me?
We can, yep.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You know, Jennifer and her husband, David, have 6 children, 8 grandchildren, and opened their hearts and home to 14 foster children. She was crowned Miss Minnesota USA in 2004 and Miss Minnesota International in 2005. Jennifer served on the board of Prevent Child Abuse in Minnesota and was instrumental working with the governor signing the Declaration April as of Child Abuse Prevention Month. She's a keynote speaker for Authentic Voices, an organization bringing awareness and education about child abuse. One of her other passions is the love and support for our military men and women. Through her keynote speaking for veteran and foreign wars, she's helped them recognize they are true heroes. Jennifer has a long list of credentials and educational background. She's a certified laser practitioner, biochemist, paradermal science, ethicist, EMT, permanent cosmetic technician, and a makeup artist. She's also rated the top 6 in the nation for injections by Allergan, the maker of Botox and Dermaderm. Using the latest and the most advanced techniques, Jennifer achieves both excellence and natural results without compromising her patients and her patient safety. She is the founder of her own CEO of a medical clinic where she helps people regain their youth. Jennifer is constantly poised at the forefront of groundbreaking study of practice and care in the most prominent organ, body of the skin. She has performed services on queens, models, celebrities, along with other many clients in the other careers of lifestyles. She is supported by a team of physicians who specialize in skin disorder, corrective cosmetic surgery. Jennifer also takes great pride always providing the latest and the most effective technology to her patients. Her clinic is a beta test site for the FDA approved of RF to Tighten Skin. She has been selected to be on a luminary in the research of PRP, which is platelet-rich plasma, for hair growth, building of collagen, and tattoo removal. She has also developed and launched her own medical skincare line this year in 2015. Without further ado, Jennifer Sanneman. Jennifer?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mike, for that introduction. I'm so excited to be able to bring you the passion that I have and the love for the skincare line. I'm shocked as anyone that I would love any line as much or if not more than my own skincare line that I worked on for the last 8 years, and which I just launched just a month ago. So I must really believe in this product to come on board with all you guys, and I'm honored, and I'm so glad that, Mike, you educated me about this wonderful company. So first of all, I would like to tell you why this product line is so important to me, and because, of course, my passion, other than my family, is the skin. And I went and dissected each one of the ingredients in everything about the skincare line, and I found nothing that I had any qualms about being in there, and I was very actually impressed with the ingredients. I was shocked, actually, the quality of the ingredients. I didn't think a product line that was not prescriptive or be available through the derms or skin clinics was able to produce such a great product. So starting with the Use Restoring Cleanser. So many people, especially salons and physicians and skin clinics, are going to ask you why this cleanser or why any of these products. So one of the things I noticed about the Youth Restoring Cleanser is because of the pH level in this product. So, and pH does make a huge difference. People say I use, Swab, or they'll use a different brand name, and if you check on those pH are same as what's an acid scrub, that you would Comet scrub, and you wouldn't want that on your face. So pH does make a difference. And this one, it's slightly higher than a 5.5, which our own skincare, our skin has. So you want it slightly higher so that it's able to debulk and clean that skin, and you don't want it as an alkaline because then it'll dry out your skin. The reason the cleansing is so important, and you can't just use any soap, because when it's pH balanced, that means it's going to accept and pull and utilize every great ingredient that you're going to put on top of it. So it's a preparation. So this is one of the steps that you don't want to skip. So the next thing you want to do is you want to apply the topical cellular rejuvenation serum. And what does this do? Well, this is probably the most, my favorite ingredient product out of the whole line, because number one, it helps even out your skin tone. It minimizes the appearance of fine lines, and it helps to maintain and build collagen and elastin in our skin. So when that happens, it helps to smooth our skin texture, and all the natural hypoallergenic, this is all natural, I should say, and it's hypoallergenic, and it's paraben-free. Paraben is a big buzzword right now, and people don't really know what it means. And paraben means that it's usually used widely in preservatives in cosmetics and personal care products such as soaps, moisturizers, shaving creams, and deodorants. And parabens tend to extend shelf life and prevent growth in bacteria, but it also sometimes people known as carcinogens, which they feel is toxic. And so ours is paraben-free, and that's another kudos to this wonderful company. So you apply that second. And so you also need a daily moisturizer. And we have the Daily Moisturizing Complex, which has SPF of 30, and hydrates and protects. Then this is when you want to put the Ageless Essential Serum on there, Instant Ageless, I should say. And you want to make sure that there's at least a couple minutes in between applying your moisturizer and your serum with Instant Ageless. Then after that, you can apply your makeup for the women, or your sunscreen if you want to add any more. But you'll want to make sure that you do it in that proper order, and that will make it be able to stay a little longer. Now, people can apply the Instant Ageless after the makeup is applied, and that is okay too, but you have to make sure it's a very thin layer then. Otherwise, you will see what we call the line of demarcation, meaning that you can really see where you applied it and where you have not. And sometimes it makes the appearance not as, it doesn't give the effect that we want to give. The one thing I really, really love about this company too is that they didn't forget about the night care. The advanced night repair, to me, this is actually more important than the morning regimen. The night skin regimen is the most important because we have all seen the studies in the skincare industry and about why sleep is important for anti-aging. And the full 8 hours keeps our bodies and brain more fit and happy and focused. The same effect goes for our skin. So when we wake up, we can actually have our skin look healthier, glow after a full night's rest. So this is how it works. While we're sleeping, our cells go into this overdrive mode to help repair and damage the skin that's already we incurred during the day. So what happens is that blood vessels dilate, allowing the increased flow of the nutrition and the oxygen to the skin. And this helps stimulate the regrowth of beautiful, healthy skin. And the research shows that our cells even regenerate faster while we're sleeping. Because a lot of people like to say, I don't even wash my face at night, or I just wash and I go to sleep. They're missing the boat here on how to turn back the clock on our skin and our aging process of our most prominent organ, which is our skin. A lot of people like to do masks, the ultimate lifting mask. This is really a nice little bonus that this company has provided for all of us. In our skin clinic, we use masks to help hydrate the skin, and and you say, how do we sell this to skin clinics and salons? They can upgrade and upcharge their skincare. So if they're doing a facial, you can say, I have this wonderful mask. I recommend it's a clean and firm facial, and it's whatever they want to call it. But you can do a $25 upgrade. You add another $15 for the extractions, because what this mask allows to do is to help expel and eliminate blackheads and blemishes, so they're able to do the extraction. So this is how you incorporate this into a salon and skincare. Essential body renewal. People forget about our other extremities just in the face. And people, whether you live in the hot sun in Arizona or the cold tundra of Minnesota where I live, our skin needs to be moisturized as well. And one of the great things in this product also has anti-inflammatory components, so meaning that if you have dry, itchy skin, whether it's irritated by the heat or the cold, it can actually soothe it and help that. So it's also great for children. So let's go on to the Instant Ageless. People have asked me, and I'm sure they ask you all the time, why does it work? How does it work? And one of the main ingredients in this product has hexapeptide. And what this peptide does is actually has the ability to send neurotransmitters and relax the face muscles. So they call it basically Botox in a jar. And it helps reduce expressions and lines and wrinkles. And that's why you put it on and it instantly, you can see the difference in a person's face, and they fall in love with it. There's a lot of other ingredients in there that is not as highly known, so people will not ask you, what is this product, what is that? They actually just want to know, what is the main ingredient in this and why does it work? So at this point, with the products, does any of you guys have some questions before I go into, maybe you want to know some of the ingredients or why it works and how effective it is. And then we can go on to how to approach salons and skin clinics and yoga studios and such. Let me go up to that screen. Does anybody have questions at this moment or not?
Let me unmute the line here, Jennifer. Sorry about that.
You are now unmuted.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Chris here. If you guys have any questions for Jennifer, fire away, and then we'll move on to the next part of the presentation. Thank you, Jennifer. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Hi, Jennifer. This is Brooke in Billings. How are you?
Fabulous. Hi, Brooke.
How's it going? I have a question. I have a couple people that have extremely dry skin. I don't know that they feel like they get enough moisture out of the Luminesce. Do you have any recommendations? What do you say about oily versus dry?
Luminesce is actually, it has some components of moisturizing, but actually you want to layer that. So the Luminesce, you mean the essential serum? The rejuvenating serum needs to apply first, and then the daily moisturizer on top of that. And with both of them, they will get a nice barrier there to protect them from the dryness and any irritation. Are you just using one or the other, or are you incorporating both?
Incorporating both.
Okay, and their skin seems to be still dry?
Yeah.
So if they apply the rejuvenation serum on moist skin, that will help as well. So as soon as they wash their skin, and it's kind of a dewy, damp feeling, and that's the best time to apply any serum and moisturizer because that helps seal it in. And so that's one of the best ways to do that. If they have oily, sensitive skin, they do have to be careful with any time when there's an SPF of 30 for people with acneic skin. For the fact that someone says, I break out, it's probably from their the daily moisturizing complex because of the fact that titanium dioxide.
You are now muted.
Food and bacteria for food for bacteria. And so generally the serum is something that they're not ever going to be having allergic reaction or any irritation. So if someone says they have sensitive skin, maybe start with the rejuvenation serum and then wait a week and then apply the next, then add the daily moisturizer to it. Then you know which one is irritating the person's skin. So
you are now unmuted.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jennifer, this is Mike here. I have a quick question for you on contraindications on any chemotherapy, a topical cream that maybe somebody may be on called Fluorosil. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that particular a topical cream for pre-cancer. Is there anything that's contraindicated with any products out there that are great, you think?
No, not with anything I see here on the list that I've so far researched into. Because it is a topical and it's not systemic, meaning it doesn't go into your system at all other than the dermis and the epidermis layer, it shouldn't affect anything or any disease or any condition someone has. I don't see anything here that would affect that.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Jennifer. This is Sharian.
Hi, Sharian.
How are you?
Oh, great.
Good. Hey, I have a quick question. It's when you encounter people that are used to more of a medical grade skincare line like Obagi or SkinCeuticals or something like that, do you feel, and they're used to having a tretinoin or a retin-A or something like that on their skin, and they're interested in going to more of an all-natural approach like Luminesce, do you feel like for their skin that is used to that constant fluffing, are they going to need to continue for results to use a tretinoin or a retin-A, or do you think that the Luminesce and the cellular rejuvenation does that instead?
You know, we have in our product retinol palminate, which is a form of a vitamin A, which is also ascorbic acid. And then when it is in our skin, it does convert to a retinol. And so it's like a 20% weaker than retinol. And so they will get that cellular renewal with all these products as well. But if someone's really used to, let's say they're using 0.5 or higher or 0.1 of the tretinoid, those patients probably still want to incorporate and use the tretinoid with it still. And it actually, when they're using that product, because of the capability of sloughing that skin off and the dead horny layers of the skin, our product will absorb even better. So the skin clinics don't have to worry about, hey, I'm taking, you're taking my sale away from, my Obagi or my Skin Medical or Pharmaceuticals. So you can incorporate these two together. One of the nice things about that none of those products have, and I carry all those lines in my clinic as well. So the growth factor in here, the human stem cell, that has a capability to help epithelialize the skin a little bit better. Meaning, the skin, for people that don't know what that means, if we've taken that layer of skin off because of the retin-A and ascorbic acids and such, it will actually help seal the water barrier, and it helps seal our skin in, the moisture, and it helps with the erythema, the redness of the skin. It's a great time to actually use this product because the absorption is even stronger and the penetration. So these are great questions you're asking, and if there's some terms that some of the people don't understand, or if I'm talking too fast, because Hawaiians talk really fast, and you have to keep up with me. I don't know if I breezed through any of the things I said earlier. But
that's extremely helpful. Thank you so much.
Great. You're so welcome.
Hi, Jennifer. This is Josh May. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm having a great time. Thank you for helping me feel more at ease by asking these questions, because I said I'd rather do things in person, but it's hard for me to fly everywhere where you guys are, and you're asking me questions that in such a comfortable way that I'm not so intimidated. So thank you.
I have a question for you. Are you there?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I have a son that has eczema pretty bad, and as far as using these products with children or on something such as eczema, what are your thoughts?
You know, there's nothing that contradicts that we cannot use it on children nor pregnant women. There are a few things like the retinol palminate that I probably don't want younger children to use because of sensitivity to the sun and exposure to that. The UVAs can penetrate a little bit faster, but they have wonderful products like ingredients of CoQ10, which is a great product that helps with the free radicals and damage in the skin. I have psoriasis, so I understand about the sensitivity to products. But the one product that comes to my mind that I think that would help him with irritation would be the rejuvenation serum. And I would incorporate on and put that into his skincare. Just test him in the area and see how he reacts with it. And I think you'll be surprised because of the soothing components in that. You know, the adult stem cell was actually back in the 90s discovered to help heal burned and damaged tissue. And so they saw how wonderfully it helped to build those tissues back in the collagen and help with the protection. The cosmeceutical lines have decided that, why not put this on healthy skin, which makes sense to me. If it can help damaged skin, let's keep the healthy skin healthy and stay young. But I would love to hear back from you and to follow up to see how your son's skin went with the rejuvenation serum.
Okay, thank you very much.
Did that answer your question, or
it did?
Can I help you?
And that's what I was going to do. I was just going to put it just on a spot first to spot test it.
Smart man, I like that.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're very welcome.
Threat has been detected.
Anybody else have any other questions, guys? If not, we'll have her go into how to approach and work with skincare clinics, salons, estheticians, etc.
Jennifer, this is Darian again. Can I ask one more quick question?
Absolutely.
For people that come into contact with very all-natural people that really don't want to put anything on their skin unless they can actually internally eat it, those people that really, really want all natural and they use coconut oil on their face, do you think, I know that this is not to that caliber, but would you feel confident saying that this is an all-natural, paraben-free, hypoallergenic type of line, or are there certain ingredients that we would need to kind of specify that don't fall under that range?
What the natural people worry about is, again, it's the carcinogens. So none of the products ingredients in our product has carcinogens, but when people pair up a lot of ingredients and then they don't preserve it correctly or have it near the heat and that type will form carcinogens. The nice thing about Jeunesse is that they have put in tetrahexyldextro, which is my favorite form of vitamin C, and because the stability is better, and then it also makes sure that there's no bacteria in growing or yeast and such. So, and then this product alone, ingredient, it helps to stimulate the collagen, and it goes into the dermis layer, not just the epidermis. And that gives us our skin that youthful and firm look and ability to resist more wrinkles. So when I saw that they use this form of vitamin C, that impressed me because in my skincare line, I made sure that's the vitamin that I wanted. Ascorbic acid is a lot cheaper, but it also doesn't hold its stability, and it oxidizes. Therefore, it can help make carcinogens into the product. The serum is all natural. The rejuvenation serum is hypoallergenic and all natural. So that is one product that you can feel comfortable saying. Most of the products are all natural. There is, I think they're going to worry about a few of the ingredients in there that
You are now muted.
we do need to put it in there to make sure there's no bacteria and the stability of that our products don't get contaminated. But I'd be very, I feel
You are now
safe in my
unmuted.
skin and my children and my grandchildren.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so then let's go to enrolling salons. So salons and skin clinics, yoga, you think of massage. Think of
You are now muted.
all those things where service businesses that service people. And you go to approach them, and they don't seem interested. They're not even listening to you. And so don't feel bad because we are approached daily on the next miracle product. So when the real miracle comes, we will unfortunately might miss it. But for every no's, and you will hear a lot of no's, that's just one step closer to a yes, okay? And so don't feel bad because I say no too, and I said no a lot, and then there's the yes. Mike, talked to me, and I said yes. So it was the right time for me. Some of the things that you can do is how to approach him is I don't think you should ever talk to a salon owner. This is my opinion, and Mike and Chris can maybe correct me, but I don't talk to them about the business aspect because usually business owners are not interested in a home-based business. So I don't bring up the fact that this is a business. I lead with the product, and after they try it, they'll fall in love with the product, and then they'll naturally have questions. And at this point, you educate them about the business opportunity and the wonderful business opportunity. And once the salons are seeing the results and people liking it, this will struck the curiosity of the stylists. And then the stylists will want to become a brand partner with the salon. But I would always approach, if it's a salon, the salon owner, not the individual stylists. The salon owners will be very upset about that. They feel that being sneaky or the stylist is taken away. But so if you go into a salon, always talk to the owner. If you are, but if your stylist is a friend of yours or you're outside of the salon, absolutely you can approach that stylist. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, that does, Jennifer.
Yep. And so a lot of the salons also are in skin clinics are going to be very busy. They're not going to have the time to talk to the individual and say, hey, I have this latest and the greatest. So one of the things you want to do is make sure you educate once you've enrolled them. And I don't usually say enroll them. I say membership fee. After they purchase a membership fee, make sure you teach the receptionist all about this product. But I also tell them to get, those digital frames that place pictures or to have that on the counter. That is a great way for them to have before and after pictures so that people can ask about it. But when you go to approach them, I want you to have an iPad full of before and after pictures, or now the technology allows you to have a video, but do that video of your best friend or your mother-in-law, so you can show them and say, this is my mother-in-law's before and after. So it holds credibility that it's not just somebody that you pulled from the website or such. And then you can also show their, that's for Instant Ageless. Then you can show their pictures of after a few weeks of being on the full skincare line of Jeunesse and say, this is my mother-in-law before, and this is 2 weeks after. Look at her skin, because they want to see that it's actually been performed and tested and seen with someone that you know. And I think that holds a big credibility as well. And if you have one of yourself, that's even more fabulous. And if they need more time to think about it or such, you can leave them a sample of one of your products. I know that I'm a sucker for feeling, touching, and nice thing about Jeunesse, they have that envelope for I think it's a 7-day, correct, Mike?
Yes, that is correct.
That is a great thing to leave for them so that they have something to try and feel. And their skin is going to feel great. It's going to feel dewy, and they're going to see an instant reaction because we have ingredients in ours that actually just pumps up the skin a little bit and it hydrates, and that alone will make a difference in their skin. So visibility. So take a before picture of them too if they will allow it, and then come back in a week or two, or a week I suppose, because that's the 1 week supply, and take another photo of them and take several of them from every angle, because you're going to find one angle that you can definitely see the before and after difference. That was one of the ways when I was with another multi-level marketing that I used to show them before and after too, and be able to get their trust in me. So remind these people in the hair salon and in stylists, they already have it in more than anybody else, because people already trust them when they're sitting in their chair for their skin or to help their muscles stop hurting or their hair. They already have people coming to them because they trust them. And so they are actually one of the best ones that you would want on your team, because all they have to do is, if they recommend a certain haircut, certain color, and they recommend a certain product, and the customers and patients are going to believe them because they trust them already. So they already have that wonderful rapport with their clients. So 3 things that I think that people really need in this business is, one is to believe in themselves. Another is to believe that they can do this and believe in the product. And if you can have them believe in all 3, you're going to find a rock star. And I know that one of the examples that I tell my downline is that if I put a $1,000, $10,000, let's make it big, check on a rock, and I flipped it upside down, and I put 100 of them in the backyard, and I say, find that $10,000 rock, and you can keep it. And they're going to flip one, turn it around, and put it down because it wasn't the right one. They're going to pick up another rock, look at it, put it down. Pick up another rock, look at it, it wasn't the $10,000, so they'll put it down. And then they're going to say, I quit, I can't find it. Well, no, you're not, because out of those 100 rocks, one of them has the $10,000 check. And so think about that as with your salons that you're approaching or skin clinics. They might be the rock that wasn't the $10,000, your super rock star. So that's okay. Then maybe the next one will be. But eventually it's going to be there. And so don't give up on them. And don't worry about the no's. I get a lot of no's too, but those yeses when they're ready, it's so awesome. And that's what you concentrate on. So, at this time, I'm going to open up for any more questions or maybe Mike has some inputs and Chris has some input that they can put in for me.
I've got a question for you, Jennifer, that I know a lot of people have asked me. This is Chris. Can you talk to, because we actually have quite a few salons, skincare clinics, et cetera, that are signing up, right? So could you kind of talk on that level? So we just kind of went through approaching them to get them in. Let's say now if I have a skincare clinic, I have 2 or 3 skincare clinics that I'm talking to right now, they just joined. What would you tell them the steps are now to kind of maximize what they can get out of their clients, patients? Like, how should they now approach it once they've signed up in Jeunesse? What is now the best approach to get as many clients, to try the product, whether it would be sampling, et cetera, display in the front? Like, how would you have them set up their practice and actually start to market and sell the product and get customers, but also maybe some clients to become reps too?
We are actually just did our own new display of the Jeunesse products, and I love the way it looks on our shelves. And so what I've done with our business is I was going to retail at $105 for the Instant Ageless, but we decided to do $95 in retail. And people are willing to pay more than that, but we retail at $95. So if a patient is just wanting one product, I'm probably just going to do, we're going to do the $95 retail. But if you know that they're going to sign up for the basic kit, then, or they want all the skincare line to go with it, then I probably would approach them as to being maybe becoming a consultant or buying a membership fee. And so we kind of feel out who the patient is and what are their interests in it. So a lot of skin clinics are worried, is this going to take away from my sale? I hate losing out on the retail. And actually, it really doesn't. I would be the first one to run because I have my own skincare line, but it complements each other. None of my skincare lines, Skin Medica, Obagi, you name it, has the adult stem cells in their product. So I can't compete with this product line. So like I told Mike, then I decided if you can't beat them, join them. I don't have any product in my skincare line that has the hexapeptides and that can tighten, or the magnesium silicate that's in the Instant Ageless. So it would cost me millions to come up with this formula. And so when you're doing injections like Botox, or you're doing treatments for the eyes, or microdermabrasion, or needling, people and patients want instant results, instant gratification. And they're not going to get that. It takes a minimum of really 6 months to see any collagen production after you do, whether it's laser or chemical peel series of them. But they want instant, and they're going to get disappointed if they don't get something instant. And after even Botox, they don't get instant. So imagine if you applied the Instant Ageless underneath the eyes, or I apply it to the whole entire face of my patients. And I have beautiful before and after photos to show you. I don't just do the eyes. I do the face. And I do just half the face a lot of times, and they feel like they had a stroke on the other side because it hangs down so much. And they said, my gosh, young lady, I love when they call me young lady, especially when I'm at my age. They go, you better put it back on, put it on my other side. And then I'll say, well, you know what it takes to do that. And if I know that they're going to buy a whole skincare line, I will help them enroll in it. But Instant Ageless is great to put on after treatment, and post-laser treatment, post-microdermabrasion, post-chemical peels, or you can put the rejuvenation serum on about the 5th day. And the 5th day, this will help the barrier, because we've already taken that protective layer off of the skin by removing it. We need to make sure that skin is protected, and at the same time protecting it, helping with the healing process, the erythema, the redness, calming of the skin. their results will be so much faster, and they're going to love you. So I like to incorporate this, and then you can upcharge the needlings or whatever the service that we're doing by using some of these products. Then it is up to us, because they're coming to us and say, hey, how is this, I'm investing my money in skincare, I'm doing this, microdermabrasions, I'm doing all these services. I think it's very sad if we don't tell them how they can keep the results and maintain the results. And that was, I just think we're not doing our service if we're not sending them home with these serums.
That's great. Really great.
Did that answer all your questions? Okay, wonderful, Chris.
Yep. Let me unmute the line and see if anybody on the line has any questions. I'm going to unmute
You are now
if you
unmuted.
have questions for Jennifer. Any more questions? Go ahead and fire away. Any more questions, guys? If not, we'll get going here. Mike, do you have anything you want to add? Let me mute this here. Hold on 1 second.
You are now muted.
It looks like we don't have any more questions. Jennifer, I really, really appreciate you coming on and taking the time to do this on a Thursday night. This is going to be greatly beneficial for our team. I'll get this recording posted up in the MLM Rockstars Facebook group that we can all listen to it and train. It will be on our training website as well. So I really appreciate it. Anything you want to say in closing?
I don't have anything other than thank you so much for your patience, and if there's anything that I can help you guys or any questions, I'd be happy to post my email address, and feel free to contact me, because I'm sure you might have more questions afterwards, or sometimes you're afraid to ask in front of others, and I know I get that way, and I wish I was able to ask this question or that question, and please don't ever hesitate to ask.
You are now unmuted.
Okay, Jennifer, I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Okay, thanks, guys. Good night. And I'll get this up there on the recording, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.